Hello guys, welcome and good evening everyone. Welcome to the VMS Pro Series round number 5, guys. We are on Monza and we are on Le Mans Ultimate, of course, as you have already guessed. And we're back in our beloved Ferrari that we have so much struggled with. Anyway, it is what it is. It's same for everyone apparently. Especially also same for all the Ferrari drivers. However, I need to admit that for this one, I've done 2 hours of practice. So there are not really any, how shall I say, excuses. However, how well this is going to be looking in the end, we will see. Obviously after the last race, Sebring, where I DNF'd, a little bit of catch up to play, but I have to admit it's rough times at the minute in terms of my performance here on Le Mans Ultimate with a Ferrari. I can sort of tell you that in the last moment of practice, it sort of has clicked again, so I'm back on this be done with the braking with the Ferrari before turning in, so brake, turn, but be off the throttle, as this is the most effective way the car will turn. And I see that my Streamlabels decided to give itself another hiccup, so what we're going to do real quick is obviously restarting the game. That means once a braking maneuver into the pits, just to be sure of how this is going, and quit to the main menu real quick. It is a shame sometimes that this app is malfunctioning. Well, malfunctioning is the wrong word, but let's say it has its issues. No, we're on Le Mans Ultimate. Maybe that is part of the issue. Oh. Probably should say R factor 2. Oh. Eh? Oh well. Just open overlay, see what happens. Yeah, a 34.5 in qualifying is probably really doable because I do 34.8. In a real perfect lap, 34.6 with race fuel. However, I know that Fabio Grigoletto is doing much quicker than that. Let's say it like this. So that's obviously a bit of an unfortunate issue, but it is what it is, right? Yeah, we're gonna see in free practice what is our performance, what is our technically possible performance around there. Before I leak passwords, you know. Good evening, Thomas. Thank you for joining. Yeah, guys, thank you everyone for being here already. Much appreciating your time. Welcome to the VMS Pro Series again. If you're not yet followed and subscribed on YouTube and Twitch, go ahead and do so now. Feel free to support our channel for more Le Mans Ultimate streaming, as we're hopefully going to have a good esport race tonight. Right, 10 minutes times 60 divided by 94s in the qualifying gives us 7 laps in total. 7 times 3.5, that's my consumption, will be first load setup, remove the fuel from the powertrain, and give it a go. It will be traffic now on free practice anyway. Pump you, thank you very much for your appearance. How you doing? Hello Snail, hey Tom, thank you for coming guys, and welcome to the stream. Why the hell is this app still pointing towards look at ThinkGuard? What the actual heck is going on? This is insane. Watto Gaming, hello there. Thank you for joining. Well, I've probably not completely quit the program, which I think is the issue here. Alright, Pepper Prey. Yeah, identity left. In hindsight, my identity with the Ferrari and my skill in the Ferrari, they have left long while ago, so it was a bit late actually. Leave me also on the dash templates. Hey Snail. Yeah, I mean, I think there's always going to be a dominant car. Because what happens is, like, Studio 397 is nerfing a car because it's going too quick. And then someone takes the next car and finally esports it until that is OP, and then that gets nerfed, and so on. Anyway, Snail, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your subscription on the YouTube channel. Right, again, we are jumping into the server. This is obviously valuable practice time. I'm glad I did some practice before today. Just because this is going out of hands here real quick. And you know what? If it stays like that, I have to kill the app. Or actually, like, I know there is an update, so maybe that's the last thing I'm gonna do. Right, update it. Should probably update it anyway. Epic Gamer Snail, and thank again, Snail, for your subscription and follow on both the YouTube and Twitch channel. Appreciate the support, buddy. Right, here we are. Simsalabim, where is... I'm still looking at ThinkGuard. Copy. Okay. So last chance. We are going out on that one. I almost have an idea why this is happening in the first place. So I think there was an update to it. And last but not least, I can try the R Factor 2 one. I think I've done some changes on my game folder. Maybe I screwed something up with that. Hard to say, right? Okay. First, I move that up. Layouts. Start game. Hey, Tomolocarts. Yes, great. Now we have the demo. As a... Jesus Christ. What's going on? LMU standard. I don't want to open the demo layout. I want to get the real one going. Start layouts. Jesus. No Tomolo cars. You could have changed the brakes in the pits like since release of the game in February 24. Coming back on the question with balance of performance, I am unaware which might be the absolute OP car in GT3s. Perhaps Ferrari, perhaps Lexus, I don't know. On the Hypercars is surely either the Toyota or the Peugeot 24. Okay, last try for us to get into the server without any technical difficulties. It's interesting, right, that the technical difficulty this time is not on the game, but on the third-party stuff. So, you got to be kidding me. I am Luca Thingard today, for whatever reason. This is so amazing. Okay, so it hasn't got anything to do with the whether we're on LMU or whether we're on R Factor 2. Okay, because this would be confusing, it's very simple. We just put it off. Maybe instead... can't do that instead. Shit. This will be also a bit inconvenient for me because I'm obviously relying on the same information, right? So... Anyway... So, yeah, no, 33.6, Ada 33.7, Grigoletto. That 34.6 is a race fuel thing, 100%. Does the overlay still show on the stream? I think it does, right? Oh, mamma mia. Yeah, now I've removed it. That's a disgrace, but I will radio you guys a bit more about what's going on. So usually I'd say a top 10 result is mandatory, but since it's only 12 cars, top 10 would still be pretty bad. So I'm hoping P7, P6 overall in the end. Let's see how this goes. 10 more minutes till qualifying. What we're going to do now, obviously, is do our first quali runs that we haven't done yet despite the practice. See how we're doing them. Yeah, but this doesn't necessarily mean that's a good thing. I mean, yeah, of course, luckily I can compare myself to most of the other drivers as they are in Ferrari. The bad news, however, though, is I know that Rigoletto can do 3 or 4 tenths faster than me in race trim. Nice stuff, thank you very much for the follow. But that is the first bummer. And the second bummer is, I know that literally the Toyotas and that the Porsches are going to be quicker. Not sure about the Alpine. And on top of that, besides Rigoletto, I know Gielhood has been sweating the car. Ruben has been sweating the car. Like, you can tell by the way he just went over the start-finish straight, like all the way to the left, that he was on for thousands in this qualifying lap that he just started. So that is how much preparation there is in at least 3 other Ferraris, so at least I've done some practice this time, not minimalistic, but yeah, you see Ruben once again all the way on the left. 34.3 puts us third. But then Ruben seems to be on a race run even. Is that the case, or has he just off-tracked the lap? Maybe he has off-tracked the lap and therefore goes again for the white line, because otherwise it doesn't really make sense to go that wide there, I think, like as a standard racing line. I might be wrong though, because as you know, I'm lacking the big time. Oh, this lap has been screwed up. Ah, Toyota. Ulriki. I simply forgot that we have another Toyota in here tonight. So Rigoletto half a second quicker than me. Ruben with a 0.5. But I think he had traffic as well, so and he should be on a quali run, but that means if that lap was done with the traffic, then he's also going to be around Rigoletto for sure. I have to simply admit that. And I'm gonna be screwed over traffic yet another time. Thankfully I screwed over myself with the track limits before. Oh, do I get screwed up another time then? Likely not. holding on, come on. Oh boy, missed the apex big time. Ah yeah, Di Buono, another Ferrari that's slightly sweated. Nothing against sweated cars, you know. But then look at me. Not that far off Rigoletto. I don't think a 33.0 is possible, really. I don't know, though. 33.5, yeah. There you see the potential of the Ferrari. And then where I'm at. It's 3/10 off. Well, this was expected, right? So, with what Rigoletto has told me, and I consider Rigoletto and Ruben to be like the same quick. I expected that to happen, and I also have to admit that last lap, apart from maybe the Lesmos, which aren't nailed right now either. Drove past them twice. Way too much fuel on board as well, which is a good thing in a way, right? What is a good quality lap on Monza? I think literally what you see in the top 3 right now is a good... Okay, so what did I talk about? People in a Ferrari, like every Ferrari has been sweat. Even you could argue I've sweated the Ferrari for 2 hours, so I'll probably just shut up and accept that right now I can't get this car to work. So what I tried doing, so many people say it is sort of a meta to put maximum brake and put some downforce. I haven't dared trying for Monza. I did try for Qatar, and I don't know. I do not know what the people also put on the cars besides maximum brake and besides high wheeling, because whenever I've put, and I've done this experiment, right? So whenever I had like a good setup in medium core brake conditions, so saying like front right height 5 centimeters, rear right height around 7ish, then I put laps and I put maximum brake, so 9.5 centimeters in the back. So 2 centimeters higher than before. And what you would expect is like you turn in, you like instantly die because the center of gravity has moved so much forwards. Or the center of... yeah. The center of ballast, the center of weight and so on has moved so much forward that your car would still just simply snap, especially in the low speed turns, right? And quite the opposite was the case. I turned in, and all of a sudden... Also, I now do believe a 33.0 is possible on the Peugeot. But I also do believe that this is not possible in the Ferrari. If it is, I'm not 3/10 off, I'm 6/10 off, or 7/10 off. Like, significantly off. Sebastian, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Our tire's not ready. Tire's not ready at all. Think about... Sebastian, monitor is a 49-inch. Well, if you want all the content available till now, then you can buy the game, the season pass for like those 50 euros or whatever it is. However, what you could also do instead, especially if you're uncertain how you will use Le Mans Ultimate in the long term, is to go and get the race. Ooh. Ah! Much better than Behrman in F1 when he slid into the pit lane and crashed. Whew. Yeah, my brain. Yeah, depending on how you want to use LMU in the future, the Pro Plus subscription is €100 for a full year, and that gives you all the content, also the future content that is going to be in the game. However, as soon as this sub stops, content's going to be removed. So if you plan to use Le Mans Ultimate long term, I would go for the season pass. So big analyzation, 33.8, 3/10 off the best Ferrari, another 2/10 off. Rigoletto can literally beat me, so can Buono. Gilhood, not sure about his laps. Everyone else is in a team, just not me. I'm in the Ferrari AF Corsa. Is that a thing? So I'm going to jump sort of in and out of the rig, because right now it is qualifying for the GT3s, and we're gonna watch that from the POV of Luke Whitehead. I also don't see a livery on any of these cars, right? Like that is also as a stock Ferrari. I think no one with a custom livery here. 34.2 cannot be quali. For me, this can't be race. Like, my best race lap was a 34.8. If I nail the sectors, it's a 0.6. Jesus, my eye is burning again. Derby, the R-Factor 2 simulation is the predecessor of Le Mans Ultimate. This is what Le Mans Ultimate has been based on originally. In the meanwhile, obviously the technology went far further. But Le Mans Ultimate has started on a lot of core code from R-Factor 2. Yes, I can speak German, because I'm a German. Di Buono did a 34-0, copy. Well, let's see what the people are going to do now. That was... Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining tonight. Thank you so much for being here for the VMS Pro Series Round 5. If you're not yet subscribed on the YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so, as we are giving you the standings, of course, and the time being. Obviously, people have set no times yet. That might change. Hashtag soon. I don't know until when the driver swaps are going to be delayed to. I haven't heard any information about it lately. So Luke with provisional pole after the first run. A lot of guys have choked on their first lap though. Derby, thank you so much for your subscription on the YouTube channel. So Derby, I think since you are new to the game, if you encounter any issues, any questions, feel free to head onto our YouTube channel, check out the playlist, there is lots of tutorials about the game. And if there's more questions behind that, !Discord gets you the join link for our Discord community server. Everyone can join that, can hang out. We're gonna discuss a couple of things behind the scenes as usual, and also, of course, if you have any questions, that is the place to be in order to ask them. So, qualifying for GT3s is going on. That is remaining 5 more minutes from now on. As soon as it's done, people come back to pit road with 11 to go. We are allowed to go out into the fast lane, and then at 10 minutes to go, the green flag drops for the hypercars. Let me try and quickly fix the issue with the bot. Alright, so let me see if the Discord thingy or the Stream Elements thingy is now also pushing the links on YouTube and Twitch, and I'm afraid it doesn't do so. Yeah, I need to fix this. Okay, anyway, one more minute. Christian, yes, when I have time to come towards that, yeah. I'm planning to have a video about this, of course. New mediums. Right, 25 seconds. And then, thank you very much for your follow, Nitrox, on our Twitch channel. 10 more seconds. MD, I saw you sent me something, but I said I can't fix it now. Yeah, I mean, the guys have probably gotten a new chassis. And once that's in, let's see what else they have to replace then. It was a pity with a broken chassis. Okay, 10 more seconds. We get released. And then we're green. So let's see how we can put the car on the grid. I hope if we could start 5th or 6th, that would be a good start to the race. Or a good start to the event. Yeah, we were quite confident about what we're doing, but you know, at the end of the day, we are partly, besides obviously chassis wear, we're partly blaming the rain in the first place, because due to the rain, everyone was going high up in the turn 1 off-track side, like everyone was using that like upper apron, and we believe that this has seriously damaged our kart, or like, not seriously damaged it, but, you know, gave it the last more cracks that it needs in order to brake. So, quali is up. I need a good second lap actually. First lap is nice if it's great. If it's not the end of the world. It's Timmy, thank you very much for your follow on the Twitch channel. So Yanni is probably going to sweat the tire like crazy on the outlap and then just go for a single shot. Considers this is fastest. I need multiple shots in order to have the best performance in the end. Simply because I haven't esported the setup enough. Scaro, thank you very much for the follow. Right, first lap time of us, 34.3, so we need half a second improvement to match our practice time. And it felt like the lap wasn't even that bad. Ah, you had the Dino card overall then, right? We saw you in the kart for like 3 hours and we're like, yeah, if it keeps raining, the guy's gonna finish the race. Okay, so 33.9. Shit. Shouldn't have kissed that curb. Now is the question. Go for fresh set of tires or leave it? If I go for fresh set, I get 2 laps. Let's go for it. Oh, shit. Yep. Basically, I'll just get one lap. F. Yeah, now I need to do the stuff that I didn't practice before. Yeah, so a partly bottled qualifying for sure. That's as much temperature I can get into the tires, and then the tires are now like just as bad as they've been prior to our last flying lap, so we could have just kept going anyway. Christian, only because I had one stint I felt literally much better. Anyway, I need full focus for this lap now. We'll answer more questions later. Come on. Let's go! That was as Michi magic as it possibly can be. Although I admit that I probably lost the first row. Provisionally, first row. Parabolica exit with a small moment. Connection shouldn't affect lap time at all. The only thing that could happen if you practice offline without any other cars, and then there is obviously cars online, then the only thing that could be is that your CPU is pinging out. Okay, fresh tires, fuel, a quick P brake, and then off we go for the race. 38 laps to my calculation. Let's see how this goes. Marauder, I think 3 tires. Like no tire restrictions. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate it. Yeah, Christian, how you can do 9.5 hours without rib protection is just mentally crazy, not gonna lie. That's just completely nuts. Okay. Final check on the set. New tires. We're good. I have to admit, I think that I quite overperformed in qualifying now, so I assume I assume that I will be probably dropping backwards during the course of the race. Let's see how this goes. Simon King, yes, because the CPU needs the load to calculate the position to display all the other cars around you. And usually that load means then suddenly your CPU is clipping. What you can do is press Control C, and then as you can see here on the top right corner, there is this bar. The green one is the GPU, the purple one is the CPU, and if the CPU exceeds 70 or 80%, then it likes spiking. Okay. I think it's time to go. V8 Kettenbieber, hello there. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I get that. With a rib protector. But anyway, it's good to have one, I can tell you. But then I'm a Simracing noob, you know. Anyway, we have been noobed around too much. Yanni seemingly on the brakes. Coming for the green. Did I bonk someone? I don't think really I did I? Or were you all expecting the bonk? That I can understand. That was quite a late move of Yanni. Oh. Hey Steve, thank you so much for your tier 1 sub for 7 months. Much appreciated, buddy. Yeah, surely it was a huge code brown. I should be clear. I mean, the Buono has quick straight line speed. I think it's Yanni that has low straight line speed, which makes Buono look that quack on the straight. Need to be a bit closer to the draft. There's a fine. I'm not sure if I'm going for any extra lap really. Official Joe Nuts, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate your time. A little too deep into this Gary. Pace is good though. Shit. Timing King, don't worry. That's what I'm trying to do as a creator, being helpful to everyone interested. I'm just too inconsistent here. Biggest issue right now. A much better line here. Immediately gets us a bit clear. I'm a bit worried of the traffic coming. So the race apparently 37 laps, up 27. And D I have 37 virtual energy to refuel. Yeah, that Toyota in the back came a couple of times too close. Not too close as per the rules, but too close for my comfort. Okay, so looking at the two ahead, we're sitting roughly on par with the energy. Pretty sure that Yannick could go much quicker if he had been there. We're slightly the best out of the top three. But it is so marginal, really. That I don't even want to read anything into it. Now Yannick is close, they're gonna battle into turn one. Meanwhile, that Toyota is close again. Oof. We're gonna look closer again towards the end of the run. I had to lift to avoid the cut. This could be painful for us though, like lifted or not. Yeah, traffic's gonna allow that pass. Very important. Have I been too unfair into the chicken? I think I've left generally space. Like it is a tight chicane anyway. Not gonna say I couldn't have done more. But I think it was the slightest of contacts. Okay, the field is now a bit spread, which is bad. Because I think it's finally now that I lost my draft. Unless I can do quicker than Buono ahead. Scary. Steve, this is... It's not looking easy, and it is not easy at all. Trust me. Let me tell you that. In fact, I've been sitting at least 4 times right on the razor's blade of dying, you know. I'm just trying to hang on to it. So yeah, I'm running the same pace as Buono, but not quicker. Well, 16 thousandths quicker. Slightly better on the fuel mileage as well. But for how long? Because last lap was a pretty sweaty one. 37 laps, the game says. And I think the top 3 at least is gonna stop like 27. Which will effectively... But, like, I need to see. have to admit, everyone is looking for lap 27 here in the top 5. Or is it looking further back? Yeah, like maybe even top 7 or 8 are going to be lap 27. Yeah, slightly quicker than the one, but Toyota. Yeah, it is the balance of performance, really. I know many guys don't want me to say this, but the Ferrari isn't the best car. Right now it's Toyota, and despite the 8 kilograms nerf, the Peugeot 24, which we have ahead of us, and the Toyota obviously behind us. I know that Buono is pretty much flat out, like saving a bit of fuel just like me. But right now in the Ferrari there's only so much you can do. Yuan Yang, I got a 49-inch ultra widescreen. It's insane how much quicker Peugeot is apart from on the straights. The only reason why Buono is still leading. Because Peugeot is no goodie on the straights. And what do? Yes. Instead of capitalizing on them, I F it up myself almost so badly. But my job would be to get into the draft. Yeah, instead I'm supporting the Peugeot behind to get into the draft. Anyway, what has happened now is that for my balance, just as usual, we're below 86% on the rear left now. This is usually the point where my tires have the first drop. There's also the point of where the balance of my car changes. It's super weird, I can't explain it. All I know is that balance is shifting. Not like it's gone, but it's certainly a little bit more unstable in the rear. Yeah, because he runs a high downforce setup around here. I think this is bad news. Now you see my car is now starting to be a bit more sideways every other turn. So Yanni will now run into the lead and into the front. I think honestly the struggle of Di Buono might be actually more huge than mine. then looking into my mirror, I think I've trouble. Don't actually know which tire I locked up here. Rear right. Thankfully the rear right. It's the less important one of the two in the back. Bad. There's only one thing that I can do. Trying to get close to Buono, sit in this draft, make sure we somewhat get in the way. Oh, this is shit. Yeah. Just meant hesitation on the throttle. Pfft. And look how fast the Toyota can go. Like, I got no further questions really. I need to just make sure to drive much more on point. What a pain. Thankfully the guys were fighting behind. Only reason why I've not been sniffed up now on this straight. Sure if that's a good or a bad exit. Two more GT3s to go somewhere. Good guy, Rogal, thank you very much for your follow. Ah, too long on the brake, missing the turn-in. Thankfully the GTs are going to be in a good spot for me. Should get them both here on that straight. But Gruzici. Is it Gruzicki? I'm sorry for butchering the name. As you can see, he's not far away. Let's start braking slightly earlier again, I guess. Oh man. P2 to P8 is too close for comfort to each other. This is bad. This could be caused by a car behind though. Yeah, okay. So it's going to be a deceleration duel. Ruben. Plus 3%. Ciao. Ruben's gonna jump us all for third. Because he's the only guy not making any fights, he's just saving the fuel. And I can't save another 3%. So he will have an overlap of like 4 to 5% over us. Not gonna lie, he might even jump deep 1 or so. See what the issue is, right? Oh, it is so frustrating. Not really the position where we're in, like I told at the start of the race that it's going to be going backwards here, but like Ruben's gonna jump us big time. It's not actually that there is a chance defending from that. So I changed my strategy now. I've let Grigoletto by on purpose. Gives he 2% less in the energy anyway. And I hope that he can somehow pull a gap. And by pulling a gap, I don't mean pulling a gap on me, but essentially being faster and clean air than me, carrying me in the slipstream, maybe creating a gap to the Toyota behind, who is at least identical on our energy. But obviously that would mean, on my end, running closer in the draft, right? But the Toyota's running closer in my draft than I'm running in the draft of Grigo ahead. And apparently, I simply don't have the traction. I just see now Rigoletto's Parabolica is just faster. Painful. A good chicane is really what I needed now. I'm struggling so damn much with my setup and worn tires. Once the first wear step has happened, balance just goes downhill from there. And you see the result right here. I am constantly losing time to all Ferraris around, and this might be a setup issue though. I've told you before that I couldn't, for the sake of it, make the the maximum rake setup work. There was just no chance. I just understeered to death. Let me just let that happen as well. I have a bit hope that I can follow the Toyota more easily than the Ferrari. Just have to consider that top 3 is out of reach. Come on, dude. Don't screw it up now. Probably shouldn't have trusted the guy too much, because the issue is now, gap to Rigoletto is now 2 seconds, and 2 seconds is too much for the fuel effect to make up. Like, I have 2% more energy than him, but the 2% less that I have to refuel for this. It's sadly not going to change my position here. You get what I mean? So right now this race is only for P5. Hopefully jumping the Toyota in the pits. We will get jumped by Huben. Oh, where is Huben? Did he pit? Yeah, he pitted. He gets out of the traffic cycle, so... for us it's too late to do that now. We'll have to keep the grind and hope that within 4 laps we're able to put enough of a gap over the GTs. Official, I'm using a Elgato Facecam Pro. Grumpy, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. $45. MD recalculate. I have an average fuel consumption of 3.55 virtual energy. So pit lap 27, end of lap 27. It's 37 laps in total. That's 10 laps. 10 times 3.55 is 35.5, so we take 36. What numbers are you getting this? Fuck. Excuse the language, it's just these mistakes. They're hitting me hot-headed, really. MD, show me a calculation, please, for the 45. How did you do that? Or how did you get to the 45? If you're reading out the The thing in the bottom, I don't think that's accurate. Because it always goes from the current lap. 0.44 stints. We have one more to go. Eleven laps remaining. Okay. Yeah, but I have extended 2 laps MD, I think. Anyway, box. A perfectly nailed entry. May be able to jump the Toyota. Maybe. Pepper pray that we're good with the numbers. Come on. Yes, let's go. Yeah, because Yanne can do whatever he wants in the Peugeot ahead. Oh. Is it 38 laps in the end? If it's 38, I'm screwed. Counter kept telling me 37 all the time. So if Yanni wants to save my position, tell him to not make it 38 laps. Okay, I am doomed. It's probably not even close, right? You know what annoys me a little bit? When I ran the numbers, I calculated for 38 laps in the free practice. But I let myself overrule with the lap counter on the top right. Okay. Yeah, let's see. It ain't over till the fat lady sings, but... So we agree from here on it's 9 to go, right? This is lap 29. Yeah, I won't make it. Well, someone tell it to Yanni and give me a reply. He might have my points between me and Huben for the championship anyway. So it might be in his interest if I can hold position. How deep is Yanni in the traffic? He was deep in it last lap, right? I think I turned in. Can some of you guys check? Do a count myself. This is hardly, almost impossible. So what was the lap time of Yanni going to be this lap? $35.2. Fuck. Järney, slow down. I'm literally missing that 1% that I reduced because I thought I was safe for 37 laps. I trusted the counter. Yeah, Jerome, also feel free to give a reply. If there ever comes one. Yeah, we're done. I don't think he needs to slow down 15 seconds. I don't know what is the exact outcome or the exact situation, but whatever. The only thing that I do know is that Huben is not looking much better. So I will know by the end of this lap. We're doing 35s. I'm at 3:09. Yanni is 13 seconds. Yeah, even for me it would be 38. Yeah, he can't afford it. So I can't afford it either. Which also means I have to let by Huben once he goes for a move. This is my only good thing now. Ruben's gonna get stuck behind that GT3. I can't hold it. I'm over consuming like this. I could have all kept that if I just had 1% energy more. This is why I hate practicing for these races. So much time investment for so much disappointment. I could have been 9th without any practice whatsoever, it's just from a pace POV. But no. I mean, let's face it. We've taken 3.5 divided by 3.5 100. No. Yeah, by 43. Wait. 43 seconds for full refuel. Divide that by 100. The percentages. Multiply that by 3.5. So we gained 1.5 seconds in the pits, which effectively got us ahead of Di Buono and Grigoletto, which shouldn't have been the case. But if we didn't go for that, it would have been 4th. Let me quickly watch that back. Yeah, it's a strategy thing. At this stage, the worst of that feature. Anyway, when I come out and refuel normal, the worst that could have happened, I stay behind the Toyota. But I'd be 6th instead of 9th. 56W5AN, thanks for the subscription on the YouTube channel. Yeah, the positive is the pace was there, right? Just the strategy not. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, we gambled. We went PPRDK Gaming, check out Nicolini or Nico Barclay or Mr. Cofelino, however he's called, on the different channels. He has done my liveries. Yeah, Jerome, I agree. But yeah, shame where we sit. Anyway, guys, we're gonna call it a day. A couple of shorts on this one at least. I think there were loads of battles worth putting short videos out of it. For those watching on Twitch, we're gonna have a raid to Henrik Gumball, who is actually to Gamer Muscle. He is alive on Le Mans Ultimate, so we should have a look at that. Guys, thank you for your time. See you next week. A couple of streams hopefully coming your way. Until then, see you next time. Bye bye.